Well, the substitutes also may have a key role to play. Better known names in the Celtic lineup there. Douay could make his debut for Celtic competitively. Alan Thompson also there, and for Inverness Calais they have the Hearts on loan striker Dennis Wyness to bring on later on in the match. So there's Villarreal, who played Celtic recently, lost to Celtic in that UEFA Cup run, and now Roy Keane has been welcomed in all sorts of ways by the Celtic supporters. Villarreal, of course, being expected to cause problems for Rangers, I think, in that Champions League match.
Well, Villarreal have caused problems for everybody this season. Everton, Manchester United, the likes. But exciting times ahead.
Well, it's not going to be easy, that's for sure. Celtic coming here facing a Calais team which has not lost in the last 6 in the league. They have struggled at home. A remarkable situation. It's obviously a tactical thing, that, Mark. They seem to be happy sitting in away matches and countering very effectively.
Yeah, I think that if I would be Craig Brewster, I would be tending to play all my home games as away games. I wouldn't let the fans influence the way I play. If I was playing at home here, I would just play to the strengths, and obviously the strengths are playing away, just sitting in, very workmanlike, very disciplined, and play on the breakthrough, Dargo and Brewster. And I feel today, I think Brewster might just do that. He's got 2 battling midfield players in Duncan and Black that will battle away all day long for you, and you've got the ever youthful legs of Mr. Brewster and Dargo up front who can counter. So I feel today that's the way that Craig Brewster and his team will approach this game.
Well, unique setting, this Caledonian Stadium, with the Firth right behind us there. You see the ships passing by, and I can tell you some of the Calais players quite fancy this today because they think they can play that away style. They'll be forced to some extent because Celtic are likely to put them under severe pressure and push them back into their own half.
Well, we heard what Craig said before the game. You know, it says this is an 11-man effort today. Lots and lots of work rate. They know Celtic know that they're in for a tough game today. They're going to be under pressure, going to be closed down at every opportunity from this very, very fit Inverness Calais Thistle side.
Well, this is the first time that Neil Lennon or Celtic in fact, have been refereed by Stuart Dougal since that infamous occasion way back at Ibrox when both Alan Thompson and Neil Lennon were sent off by Stuart Dougal. Remember, the referee still clearly not happy with the SFA backing for him on that occasion, with a suspension administered to Lennon, in his view, being very lenient. Not a lot of joy in that tunnel between the Celtic captain and the referee at the start of the match. In fact, if there was a handshake, I missed it. So Craig Brewster has a very important role.
Yeah, fantastic professional. And we talk about young players and the pressure that they face, but this is a manager, coach, very influential 39-year-old top pro, still playing, still fresh as ever, scoring goals, not scored in the last 9, it must be said, but ever the leader.
Well, if he has a very important role, a usual important role for Neil Lennon, there was the handshake pre-match at least, that's good to see. And Neil Lennon, the elder statesman in this Celtic team, and he's the man who extended a welcome to another 34-year-old Roy Keane. He clearly doesn't believe his place in the team will be threatened by the arrival of the Manchester United player. So the usual pre-match huddle for Celtic, attributed incidentally to Tony Mowbray, the Hibs manager, the start of that particular habit when he was there in 1991, 2 or 3 years as the Celtic centre-back. So strangely muted, although the weather perhaps contributes to that. It really is bleak and windy and wild and very cold indeed. So the crowd pretty quiet at the start of the match, and it will be Calais who will get us underway. Craig Dargo and Ian Black get the game going, and it switched instantly to Brewster on the right. Obviously a prepared kick-off move. Here's Barry Wilson, and he's halted in his tracks by Stephen McManus. Wilson starting as we expected on the right flank, Roy McBain playing wide on the left. So Wilson playing his 251st match for Calais. Ross Tokley playing his 342nd, just 26 years old too. A long throw, finds Brewster and a chance, it's the opening goal! It's a brilliant start! Straight away, the lead is taken by Calais, Craig Dargo.
Super start there from Inverness Calais, straight from the kick-off, well worked kick-off, putting Celtic right under pressure. Totally with a long throw here, Brewster with a flick, Dargo just doing what strikers should do, getting across your centre half, getting a touch on it, anticipating Brewster's going to get that touch, and just sliding that ball in off the far post to give his side a 1-0 lead in the first minute of this game.
Well, great credit due to Calais there, because the kick-off, in fact, was a rehearsed move to get the ball forward on the right-hand side. The long throw opportunity very well taken. That too seemed to be rehearsed. Great credit due to their coaching staff, led by Craig Brewster, supported by Malky Thompson. And what a shaker that is for Celtic right at the start of the match.
That's what's called playing to your strengths, Joe. Getting the ball forward, getting your long thrower on the ball, the big fullback Tokley. Getting your manager there to get the flick on, and get your lively man just to get that jump on your centre half.
Well, Craig Dargo joins his manager as top goal scorer, leading scorer at 6 goals apiece. Here's Petrov. Celtic really haven't started yet. Back here with McManus, and that goal, of course, scored by Calais Thistle, with more than half the Celtic team yet to touch the ball at that stage. Quite remarkable. Here's Aidan McGeady. Back it comes to Lennon. Nakamura. Now Maloney to Petrov. Good play from Celtic. This is McGeady. And a very good interception made by Darren Dodds. This is Ian Black. Released by Blackburn Rovers. Here's Richard Hastings now. Canadian international. It's helped on there for Brewster. Another chance on here, and it's just too strongly by Brewster. After Boruc gets there, there's a familiar face. Steve Patterson, the former Huntly and Aberdeen manager, and touted, of course, to come back into the league at some stage.
See that understanding already between Brewster and Dargo. Very lively, Dargo. Every time the ball goes into his manager, he's anticipating that Brewster's going to win the ball.
Flicked on there by Brewster. Well, Steve Patterson will be recalling the fact that he was in charge the last time Calais won that cup tie, 2003. 2002 perhaps. That's Nakamura now across to Lennon. Now it's with McManus to Wallace. Strong challenge made there by Hastings, adjudged fair by referee Dougal. Well, I suspect that Calais will be welcoming Roy McBain back on that left-hand side. He really gave them some very good natural width out there. Pass goes in behind Maloney from Nakamura.
This is a period now for Inverness Calais to get the early goal, and now it's ideal for them to set up as the away team now, Joe. Just sit in there, there's no pressure on to come out as the home team and force the game. All the pressure is now well and truly heaped onto Celtic to come out and try and break Inverness Calais down. Well,
it's interesting to see that Craig Brewster, as soon as the goal was scored, went to his defence and pointed 2 fingers to the side of the head. Concentrate. No lapse in concentration early on. Teams vulnerable frequently just after they've scored. He was trying to guard against that very carefully. This is McGeady. Awkward. Very well taken by Mark Brown in goal. Secure handling.
Good play there from McGeady. You used to see him doing this, stepping off either foot, left or right. Very positive, very direct. A comfortable take for Mark Brown in the end.
This is McGeady. Mark Brown, in fact, playing his 155th game consecutive for Calais. Remarkable record. That's surely a foul by Wallace and Wilson, yes. Given by referee Dougal.
Chance for the big boys now. Tokley and Dodds on the way up. 2 big defenders. A handful for any defence. Both 6'4", 6'5".
Wilson flights it in. Won by Baldy. Here's McBain. Duncan plays it across. Time of the goal officially 31 seconds. In fact, I'm quite intrigued to think if any Celtic player except Stephen McManus touched the ball before the goal, because he was the man who made the tackle to concede the throw. Here's Mark Brown. 51 shutouts he's had in these 154 matches today. Very impressive record. Here's Dargo trying to get in behind McManus. He's away again. Oh, that's a bad one. McManus is in trouble. Now, how does he view this? A yellow card it is.
Yeah, just a booking. Baldy was on his way around on the cover. A lucky man there. And Dargo, we know he's very, very fleet of foot. I think the referee just, well, to me, he's away there. I think if he keeps going and stays on his feet, Baldy's not round on the cover.
Well, the rule is an obvious goal-scoring opportunity, and it was certainly that. Steve McManus very, very fortunate, I would suggest, for that. More of interest to Cali is this opportunity from the set piece. This looks to be rehearsed also. Black standing over the ball. Brewster's there with Wilson. Either could take this. That seemed to be deflected. Yes, it's a corner kick. Well, a very good attempt by Barry Wilson. Coming off the wall, right behind.
As you would expect, Inverness Cali work on the set pieces, throw-ins. The goal came from a throw-in. Free kicks in and around the box will be worked on in the training.
Barry Wilson's corner. Well, there was some appeal, faint appeal to the Cali players for handball against Petrov. They seemed to hit him at the point of the shoulder, only. There's Dodds. Another chance! Turned away by Baldy. Celtic looking extremely uncomfortable in defence.
Incredible.
These cross balls.
Yeah, 6 and 7's there, Jock. There was an overload of 3 players on the far post. Young Ross Wallace was the only man there. A big let-off for Celtic.
Now Wallace in possession, coming forward. McGeady's gone inside. This is Petrov, now to Lennon. Telfer has space to advance. It's a careless pass, it's gone out of play. Well, that's a carelessly yielded possession there.
Yeah, look at the overload here in the far post. Wallace taking up 3 of them. Just too high for Brewster. And Dargo just not close enough in there. He'll be a worried man at the moment. First 8 minutes of the game. Inverness Cali well on the offensive, and his team yet to get into the stride.
Well, Gordon Strachan's attention to detail apparent when he arrived here at 9:30 this morning to have a look at the ground and measure it, stepped it out to see whether it might affect his team selection. I suspect it didn't. Pitch looks excellent. This is McGeady. Telfer again. He's shown inside by McBain. Nakamura goes to the touchline. Good pass back for Lennon. Petrov hounded there by Duncan. Well, these central midfield players can expect that for Celtic, because Black and Duncan will be about them the whole match. Here's McGeady. Wallace well forward in familiar territory for him. Good bit of fortune there for Cali as Munro slipped in the first instance and Hastings miscued. Dargo's pass back was risky, and Mark Brown was quick enough. Well, that's what happened. A striker attempts a pass back.
Yeah, playing the ball blind there. Dargo didn't see what was happening, just knocked the ball back there. Sean Maloney playing on that. Ever alert Mark Brown. A good clearance.
This is Telfer again now in possession. Celtic trying to settle to get the passing game going. Not much seen yet of John Hartson.
Very little seen of the front two at the moment, Sean Maloney and John Hartson.
Telfer closed down by McBain, forced to hurry. The pass is then intercepted by Duncan. Here's Hastings. Good control from Brewster. 39 years old. Robbed well by Telfer, getting back. Brewster wading his teammates forward, doesn't want to settle too far back. Always a risk when you have the lead early in the game against a big club.
I think it's important though that Inverness Cali do stay tight in the middle of the park, do keep the 2 banks of 4 pretty separate. The midfield walking into the back 4 and creating 5, and giving Celtic players an overload in that midfield area.
Maloney to McGeady. Wallace also available. Good tackle by Tokely. Careless play though by Duncan, allowing McGeady to go inside. Stumped away in the end by Monroe, and this is Brewster. Couldn't get a good enough contact on the pass there to find McBain. McBain and Wilson for the moment have switched flanks. No call, but Wilson's now come back across. McBain making his way to the far side once again. Two banks of four in position once more, but McBain out of position. That could have been troublesome had Telford been able to get to that. There's McBain, number 6, getting back to his position.
Russell Duncan, Inverness. Kelly taking up a superb position at the moment, just in front of his back two, just marshalling Petrov yet. I think we can quite safely say to have a kick. Yeah, Jock.
Brewster penalised there. Free kick quickly taken by Telford for Lennon. Another free kick given to Celtic. Chance for Balde and McManus to make their way forward. The marking duties will have been assigned pre-match, and it's Brewster on Balde, Tokely on McManus, Dodds on Hartson. Clearance was decisive enough there from Hastings, but to no one upfield. Everyone back facing the ball for Cali. That's how they do play away from home. A lot of hard work required of the front men, Brewster and Dargo. Balde still up in attack at the moment. Here's Petrov. Temptation to throw this in high for Balde. It's Nakamura with Lennon on the overlap. He's on the corner, came off black.
It's the first time I think Celtic have been in the last third. Strange to see that man that so far forward. Needs must at this particular moment in time.
Well, always a threat, Celtic, from set pieces like this, the corners. When they miss Chris Sutton perhaps, who provides a real threat in the near post, but there goes Maloney, beaten to the ball by Hastings. Celtic have it again with Wallace. That's in for Maloney, who's won it well. And Hartson robbed at the last minute there by Duncan. Here's Wallace once more. Now Lennon. Well, Kelly went in front at Celtic Park earlier in the season and finished up losing by 2-1. Caused a big threat there too. And now with a chance here. 3 against 3. Wilson with Brewster. Duncan supporting on the outside. They're all back now defending. Taking too long on the ball, Wilson. Well, a header there by Brewster. He's been penalised for pushing Nakamura, who's back marking him. That's a let off for Celtic, I think. Look at this carefully. Yeah,
let off. Barry Wilson should have released the ball a lot earlier. Brewster just dragging Nakamura out the way there. Ever keen to get to the ball first. A big let off there.
It's McBain with Hastings behind him. Now Ian Black busy in the middle of the field. Well, I'm sure Kelly will be well aware of Celtic's resilience and capacity to come back from going behind. They've been behind, in fact, at some stage in the last 4 consecutive matches. This is the 5th. Maloney back to Hartson. Fine save by Brown, and the job completed by Ross Tokely. Well, the goalkeeper's bang on form.
Fine play there from Celtic. Sean Maloney, the instigator, looking for his strike partner. Great strike, great save, good football all around there. It's the best we've seen from Celtic.
Here's Telfer. Now Petrov. McGeady. Wallace seeing plenty of the ball coming forward. Perhaps part of the theory for having him on the side is his capacity to attack from left back. Celtic having so much of the ball usually. That's careless by Lennon. Easily picked up by Roy McBain. Now Hastings. Brewster challenged by Petrov.
Celtic at the moment committing a lot of playful forward in front of the ball, which is a dangerous game to play when you're playing against a team that's quite prepared to sit in there and play on the counter. That particular attack that was broken up there, there's about 5 players in advance of the ball. It means there's plenty of spaces. If the attacking team does lose the ball to counter.
Calm play by Hastings, his second spell at the club. Again, the youngest ever player when he his debut at 17 years and 94 days against Queen's Park in 1994. A spell away, of course, and learned some European tactics and systems at AZ Graz and Maastricht. This is Maloney. Tackled well by Dodds. Fine tackle. That's Brewster. Now Wilson. Promising again for Kelly. Attacking Martin McManus. Still in play. Black turns it back. Was he out of play? It's gone behind. Well, the arm up raised there. Black looking towards the linesman here.
Good play again from Wilson here, driving McManus back. Deemed to be offside there, I think. And Buric in the good hand on that. And again, you see Inverness on the break. Very, very fleet of foot going forward. Wilson, Dargo on a platform to build off Brewster.
And Wilson, of course, capable of coming inside like that on either foot and testing goalkeepers. Here's McGeady. Maloney takes over. Petrov to Nakamura. Every Cali player back, facing the ball now. Pushing outside the box though to defend. There's Telford leading it in. Monroe first to the ball. That's Brewster. First touch was good. Chance now for Hartson. Cross it comes to Maloney, and it's scrambled away by Dodds. What a let-off for Cali. No question, Celtic should be back on level terms.
A mistake from Brewster, initialising that attack. Here you go up to Brewster, bad pass back, slipped in. Hartson playing on the mistake. Now that is an open goal. Absolute open goal there. Totally just doing enough. Maloney should be knocking that in the back of the net there. The best chance for Celtic coming in the 18th minute.
This is McGeady now, Lennon. Cross to Petrov. Now it's Telfer. Hartson calling the ball in the middle. Headed away down by Black, only as far as Nakamura. Well, Cali, I think, happy that was his right foot rather than the left. It's much stronger side.
There's a warning there over the last 3 or 4 minutes for Inverness. Cali, if you camped in there on the edge of your box, and the experienced man on the park there giving that ball away. Lovely ball across there. Sean Maloney just striking the ball too early there. He should have let the ball just come another 2 or 3 inches towards him, and he puts that in the back of the net quite comfortably, coming off his toe.
Baldy getting the better of Brewster in the air. That came off Hartson. It's a throw to Cali. Well, it's already abundantly clear that Cali a tough nut to crack. Play with great determination, great enthusiasm, a lot of belief too. Here's McGeady. Totally stumbles and recovers. Wallace on the outside. Wilson trying to prevent the cross, and he did so very effectively. That's good support for Ross Tokley from Barry Wilson.
You can see Wilson, very experienced, saw the immediate danger, the fullback right up there. Wilson gets back, stops the cross. The first thing you need to do, stop that cross and worry about what comes from that, defend the corner.
Played in by McGeady into the danger area, a bit of bumping and barging, and it's not going to stand, that goal. Maloney thumping it home, but the whistle had gone. Baldy, I think, was the culprit. Certainly with a lot of pushing and barging in there.
Baldy just pushing Brewster under the ball there. Fell beautifully for Maloney, took a great first touch and volleyed it back into the top far corner. Let's just see here, Baldy just pushing Brewster under the ball. The referee right on that one. A good decision.
Balde scored once this season only.
Oh, that sort of presence should be getting you at least half a dozen, maybe 8 or 9 goals a season from set plays. Big guys coming up.
Ross totally misjudged that. Wallace was quick enough to get there and totally checked out any rash challenge sensibly. Good play by Wallace. There's Hartson. No answer to that. Magnificent striking.
That is fantastic. Absolutely superb finish. It's been coming for the last 5 minutes. Celtic on the ascendancy. There's been a warning there for Inverness Cali. And when the ball comes in here, Ross Wallace, super ball, little dink, drop the right shoulder onto the left foot. How cool is this? On the chest, half volley, left foot. Mark Brown, absolutely no chance, but that makes it the cross right between the defenders. Bang, no chance for the keeper. It's Celtic right back in it now at 1-1.
That's a fantastic goal by Hartson. Goal number 14 of the season for him. Such a threat, constantly.
The warning's been there for the last 5 minutes though, Jock. There's been a let-off from Maloney. You give that man half a chance, and it's clinical.
He's got 2 excellent feet. He's renowned for a lot of his aerial ability, but he really has got good feet as well. Half volley with the left foot. Fairness, a lot of the Celtic players went straight to Ross Wallace after that goal was scored to congratulate him for his superb contribution on the left-hand side.
It's the delivery that makes it. It's flat, it's coming in hard. If it misses the defender, which it did.
Wallace again leaving with McGeady. Here's Wallace once more. He'll be bristling full of confidence. Another very good ball in. Met by Monroe this time, marking Hartson very effectively. Some more work to do from the corner kick though. So 1 post guarded only, near post by Roy McBain. Far post not protected by a player. The marking duties have been assigned. Nakamura plates it in. That was the smallest player perhaps in the Cali team, Ian Black, who won it. This is Dargo. He might compete for smallest on the Cali side. This is Black supporting well. Good advantage given by Stuart Dougal, the referee. Black losing his bearings somewhat there. This is Telfer. Well, that's an aimless ball out of defence. Dargo working hard. Now Wilson, totally coming from the outside. Well, hit firmly enough, but straight at Boric.
It's not a bad effort that from Barry Wilson. We've seen him hit some screamers from this sort of distance, just bouncing in front of Boric. Do what he's done all season.
Well, remember the man of the match competition here. Got to select the man of the match, see if you agree with Mark Hately. He'll make that decision towards the end. Here's the number to call: 0901 65 65 515 rather. From the Republic of Ireland, 1513712444. Remember the text MOTMH or MOTMP space and your selection's name to 85010. Early, obviously, to have any clear views established, but there are some good performances out there already. Well, the Celtic supporters much more relaxed now, stunned by that opening goal from Craig Dargo. And you see what's happened since then. Celtic have taken charge in terms of possession of the ball. Remarkable division there, 71% with Celtic. But the most important statistic remains 1 goal apiece. And Cali still offer a threat whenever they come forward. Maybe concerned though, but losing so much of the ball so quickly. Dargo, a battle here with Wallace. Wallace has done very well in that position since replacing Mokamara.
Yeah, very well. Obviously left-footed on this side. He's playing deeper than he normally plays. So he's playing in a back four that's been very, very settled. And looks the part there. Looks the part, gets forward. He's got a great cross on him. I've seen that on a number of occasions in previous games. In the first 25 minutes, it's been instrumental in getting this team back into this game.
Now Lennon assessing the options ahead. Well, any anxiety which may have existed in the Celtic ranks early in the game now seems to have evaporated. Settled now for the task. They have that equalising goal and lots of possession of the ball. A long, hard afternoon, I think, for the Cali players. If they take something from this, ricochet reaches Nakamura. Maloney did well. That's Telfer. Control from Hartson, perhaps not what he intended. Bumped away by Grant Munro. Oh, head clash there, Petrov and Balde, and the meat in the sandwich was Craig Brewster.
It's an early shout required there. I think Petrov taking the brunt of that. Baldy just coming through. Obviously no shout there. Brewster just the sandwich right in the middle there, but
sore one that for Petrov. Yeah. Not the head you want to clash with, I wouldn't have thought. That a Bubble Balde.
Yeah, Petrov, the worse for wear for that. We see it here, look. Baldy coming right over the top, right on Petrov's temple, which is a sore one. There you go, bang. Out.
None the worse, it would appear. Lump perhaps inside of the head before long, but it's a free kick to Cali. An opportunity to get forward here. Sent Darren Dodds into the box to give some aerial support to Craig Brewster, but it won't matter if it's within range of Arthur Boric.
Been doing that all season. Very, very confident goalkeeper. We've come all day for those.
That's Nakamura, back with Lennon. So much starting with the right back spot with Paul Telfer now for Celtic. Telfer and Petrov, the only players to start every Celtic match this season. Here's Ross Wallace. Now Maloney. Been allowed to turn by Dodds, he may regret that. Now Nakamura takes over. Heavy tackle there by Black. Uncompromising character, little Ian Black here in that midfield.
Nakamura just drifting in off his touchline now, trying to get involved more in the game.
Hartson's knocked down. This is Maloney. Enough pressure applied there to make it impossible for him to get that on target.
It's good link-up play there. Hartson just peeling off to the far post. Maloney just taking that. And taking it again, I would say, a little bit too early. Just needing the ball to just drop down another 6 inches so he can get his knee over the top of that ball and keep the ball down.
Brewster got his head to that one. There's Baldy now, finding McGeady. Black made the tackle. It's good defending there by Munro. Leading there on Hartson's have all arrived, and it's turned away by Hartson for the Cali throw. Grant Munro is another long serving player for Cali. His 149 appearance. This is Dargo going at McManus. That's a penalty. Couldn't be any doubt about that one. Clumsy tackle with the wrong foot by McManus. Now there's going to have to be trouble for McManus. He's been yellow carded already. I can't imagine there won't be a second yellow here. Well, referee Stuart Dougal doesn't look as though he's interested in that. Well, McManus looking on, perhaps lucky already not to be red carded. Here's Craig Dargo, second penalty of the season for Cali Thistle, and the second miss.
Big chance for Inverness Cali there, but that man, bang in form, confident as you like, anticipated the Dargo penalty, and it was a comfortable save in the end. Not much of a run up here from Dargo. Not a good penalty. A good height for the goalkeeper. Well away from the post. Here we go. Here's the mistake from Baldy. Brewster sliding Dargo in there. Pace. And just doing enough to get himself across McManus here. Dargo. Little touch. and a little brush, no more than a little brush. And penalty awarded.
Well, second penalty, as I said, of the season for Cali. They missed the first one. That was when Ross Tokley missed against Kilmarnock earlier in the season. And Stephen McManus I'm sure he can't believe his luck, because that again was just about a goal-scoring opportunity in itself.
Well, normally when you see a penalty given from the free kick, normally ends up with a yellow card.
Oh, they're pushing the back there too, and that's shot wide by Wilson. Brewster making light of that challenge of Petrov. That's a good effort there by Barry Wilson, but Petrov certainly in behind Craig Brewster to some effect there.
Craig Brewster, he was the man that provided the click on for the first goal. And obviously getting close attention now.
Well, I've no desire to see players being sent off, and I don't even agree with the rule that suggests you have to be sent off in circumstances.
No, I think Stuart Dougal thought the free kick was punishment enough there for Celtic.
Well, I mean, I would support that, but I don't think it's in the rules. So he's got a problem, it seems to me. Plenty of time here for Monroe to tidy up. Now Black to Brewster. Across it comes now to Tokley. Now it's Duncan forward to Brewster. It's blocked well by Petrov, it reaches Wilson. Delivery. A decent one, but you see the wind holding that up. The clearance there from McManus, helped in its way by Lennon for corner kick. Well, Australian Petrov's got a problem, there's no doubt about that. I wonder just how long he might last in the match. Doesn't want to go off, but there are players warming up now for Cali. For Celtic rather. Stephen Pearson has come out. Paul Lawson also in midfield there. And Thompson also could be involved. And a handball decision again. Well, Petrov getting a bit agitated, and Lennon going across there. Now he'll need to be extremely careful, Lennon, and Stuart Dougal. Stuart Dougal's got a difficult situation here, because he won't want to be looking as though he's reacting to historical matters, but the message is being conveyed quite clearly to the Celtic captain. That outburst towards the linesman will not be tolerated. Well, what was this all about? Well, it was handball. That came off his arm, and it's outside the box, fortunately for Celtic. So Brewster and Wilson over the ball. Could be Brewster's left foot here. Dodds in the box, looking for a aerial opportunity. Back to Wilson, drilled into the packed penalty box. Not much chance of it getting through all these legs. That's Monroe spooning that high in the air, the offside flag up.
That's good play from Celtic there. The ball went back a good 20-30 yards. And the defenders reacted accordingly. A good 10-yard stand up. There you come, out you come. Follow the ball up. And leave your lazy strikers in there.
Lazy fullback, that's Ross Tokley. Certainly not renowned for being lazy. He's back doing his defensive work. Mark Doyle on the line here, involved in the handball decision. And Lennon's gone down, took a rap on the ankle from Brewster after the ball had gone. The referee showing a degree of sympathy towards him, but not stopping the play. Stop it now though.
Yep, that was a sore one. Brewster just catching him right on the outside of the ankle bone there. You just sit here. There you go. That's a sore one.
Copa Mundial, World Cup boots.
I think he'll recover from this one. I think he's had a few of those in his career. That man there looking on.
Fourth official getting a little bit of a word from the Celtic manager. Well, the discussion.
I think that man there will be delighted with the way his team has responded. after Celtic got themselves back in it. Sort of got a handle on the game now for 10-15 minutes up to the Celtic goal. We're well off the pace.
Gordon Strachan finished looking remarkably calm as he was having a little discussion there on the touchline with the officials. Here's Ross Wallace now, going for route 1 towards Hartson. It's won by Hastings. This is Black. Monroe playing it forward. That's Dargo. Wilson now on the run. Trying to deliver early. It's blocked by Wallace. It's a big threat, Wilson on the flank. Very free runner. Two good feet. It's a throw, in fact, which Ross Tokley will take. This is the way in which Cali took the lead. A long throw from this position to the head of Craig Brewster. This time it's Darren Dodds as the target. Back it comes, but a reasonable effort there by Ian Black. No real power on that. Comfortable for Boric.
You can see the problem that the long throw is causing. Cali have got players on the edge of the box. Celtic have got all their players in and around the thrower, or the flick on target, should we say.
Well won by Hartson under severe pressure from Monroe. McGeady's pass, the offside flag is up. Good finishing by Maloney, but Mark Brown made no attempt to get to that. He knew that James Beard is flag up.
Yeah, clearly offside there. When he received the ball, but just coming back from that offside position, but a cool finish.
Brewster did well again. Here's Dargo in behind Wallace. Very lively indeed up front. Setting that up for a shot there, and it's thumped away in by Nakamura. Well, once again, Black trying to get a shot on target.
Does that very well, Black. Got good legs, gets himself into the box. With that late run.
Not quite what was intended by Hartson. Here's Dargo bundled over by Baldy.
I think that's always going to be the case, that job. If Baldy marks as tight as he does on Dargo, much lighter than Baldy. Any touch at all, and Dargo's going to go down.
Well, Barry Wilson, the man, over the set piece once again. Well, it was swirling in the wind, and Darren Dodds was trying to get there. Boric at his bearings right.
This is a difficult one to get right, especially when you've got a goalkeeper as big as Boric, who's quite prepared to come for those sort of balls.
Remember the man of the match competition. These are numbers to call, or the text addresses to use. See if you can win the competition with a signed shirt from the man of the match. Mark Cater will make that decision towards the end of the match. See if you agree with him. Monroe taking no chances quite correctly in that situation. Local boy. Lennon now recover from that ankle knock. This is Nakamura. McGeady trying a little flip beyond Tokley, didn't quite come off. That's beautifully taken on the run by Wilson. Dargo's up, so is Brewster. McBain trying to join them, so is Black. Still Wilson in possession. Going for the byline. Policed very effectively there by Stilian Petrov. No ill will between these two.
Wilson there just running out of steam and running out of pitch. Good play from Petrov, followed him the whole run.
Seems to recover from that injury he was carrying a few moments ago. He did look in some distress, but seems to have run that off. But I wonder whether he'll manage to come out in the second half.
Bending that leg again. He's recovered from the head knock in the walls in the first half.
Monroe winning the high ball from Hartson. Space again for Telfer. Dargo goes to close him down in the striker position. Heavy tackle in the back by Hastings. Advantage allowed with Telfer still in possession. Now Lennon towards Hartson. again, getting his customary reception away from home. Tockley's header clear. Plenty of time here for Bobo Balde. Well, is the match going the way we anticipated, Mark? Is it this Cali sitting back and trying to hit the counter-attack?
Well, I think if you went from the kick-off, you would say no. I think Inverness Cali went straight for the jugular. Got a goal after 30 seconds. And I think then took the foot off the gas, encouraged Celtic into the game. And from that, Celtic got the just rewards. They had a couple of chances, a couple of efforts. Big let-off from Maloney, but the Hartson man again got his team back into it. From then, I think it's gone as we would pretty much anticipate. You know, Inverness just sitting back in there, getting on the break. Most things coming from Brewster onto Dargo. So I think you could say pretty much as we predicted.
So here's Telfer now in possession for Celtic. Nakamura's layoff reaches Petrov. Petrov is definitely not 100%. He's staying on the pitch here. He's got that kind of indomitable spirit. That's a bad tackle. That'll be a free kick to Cali. So it's Petrov explaining himself the referee, and I have some doubts whether he'll appeal in the second half, Mark.
I think so, especially with the Christmas period coming up. Hartson picking up a yellow card, retreating the 10 yards.
What a cheap yellow card to get, really. Experienced player.
It is a foolish one when you're an experienced player like that. And the amount of times he uses his physical presence. So a long second half we had for John Hartson.
Driven out the far side there. Brewster got his head to that. He's gone for a throw though in the left back position for Celtic. Shows great enthusiasm. Brewster, still 39 years old. 5 years he spent in Greece, adding to his education.
Absolutely. Foreign strikers going abroad, got a good grounding, to learn a good technique. Also a good way of living, a healthy way of living.
The late challenge there, Ross Wallace giving a free kick to Celtic. Wilson being in there late.
Nowhere near Ross Wallace though.
Didn't do much wrong there, I wouldn't have thought.
Nope. He was in the vicinity, that's good enough for the referee.
Now McManus. McManus involved in two major incidents, one of which resulted in a yellow card, one resulted in a penalty without the yellow card. There's Petrov. Now McGeady. Trying to catch out Mark Brown with a very fast snapshot there.
See a very direct approach from McGeady. Player that's coming to the side, held his place, consistently good games. Just trying to catch Mark Brown on the hop there.
Well, the shots at goal, it's 9-7 in favour of Cali. Possession was well in Celtic's favour earlier on target. Equal. And goals equal. That was Celtic's fourth penalty of the season conceded. Darryl Duffy and Nacho Noble scored. And what it saved from Mark Burchell up to the corner. He's now saved again from Craig Dargo. Major blow that to Cali, I've no doubt. That's Black turning it back. There's time here for Balde. A spirited responses from Cali since they were well out of things. 71-29 possession at one point, and then that goal by Hartson at a time when Celtic really were dominating. They fought back well. Here's Nakamura. Now McGeady. Good inevitable support from Wallace. One additional minute being added on at the end of the half. I think the officials indicated that.
I think what you can say in that that period where Celtic did come back into the game, I think they just, Inverness Cali just sat in too deep. You know, sat in and anticipated to Celtic were going to come on to them. Instead of trying to press the ball a little bit further up the pot, which Craig Brewster was insinuating that they should be doing. Craig Brewster just having a few words with their Bob Waldy previous to that incident.
Thinking about the team talk, Craig Brewster, which will be coming up very shortly indeed. Seconds remaining in this first half, which was set alight by the opening goal in 31 seconds from Craig Dargo. Here's McManus, back to Boric. Not the best of clearances, but it's the last kick of the first half. It's all even in the Caledonian Stadium. Craig Dargo was the man who scored in just 31 seconds. A superb equaliser by John Hartson. Stephen McManus booked early on and then guilty of giving away a penalty kick, which Arthur Boric saved from Craig Dargo. Here was the opener. Delightful little finish there from Craig Dargo. That was just 31 seconds. Hardly a Celtic bit of touch the ball. Then wonderful play in the flank from Ross Wallace and deadly finishing by John Hartson for goal number 14 of his season. And then the best chance for Cally came when McManus took out Dargo on the run. The penalty kick was given by Stuart Dougal and then saved by Arthur Boric. What a let-off that was for Celtic, and a blow for Inverness Caledonian Thistle, but they have competed very well as the first half has gone on. It's going to be very interesting in this second half. At half-time in Inverness, Cally 1, Celtic 1.